All right, everybody, welcome to another Lord's Bees video. We're about to go get in the hives, and we'll be adding a second box to our original hive today. I'm pretty excited about that. We'll see what's going on in Megan's hive and see what we're looking like. So let's head out. All right, let's go ahead, get into our first one. Already smoked it, so we're just gonna go ahead and get going here. Did you guys remove the brick, or did I not put it back on?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
He said I'm gonna be brave and take the brick off.
So brave. That's the toughest part of this job,
Not
is
even any smoke.
removing that brick.
It's like it's
Like we
stuck
got-
on there.
Couple dead bees up here. Odd.
I was gonna ask Jack if he had any bees in his collection.
It's like it's stuck on there, huh?
Quick check along the inner cover. Make sure we don't have anyone important up here. Get a little bit of this new wax buildup. Oh. Look out, girl. Side. Looks like they've been thirsty, but knowing what I'm doing today, I am not going to fill that gap. We'll fill that later. Let's take a peek. See what's going on here. Not a ton of drying yet. They're getting a little bit in the corner. Not a ton in there either.
You know why they don't dry out on the edges?
What's that?
Do you know why they don't dry out on the edges? They seem to not dry out on the frames on the
Seems like they like the corners sometimes, and the middle on other frames.
I just mean on the outer edge of your box.
The outer frames are more for food storage. That could have something to do with it. They don't. If they've got plenty of storage already, you might feel like they don't need it. Mm-hmm.
Goes up so big.
Yeah, I know. You think they do it evenly?
Brood, larvae, eggs.
Well, that's a good sign.
Just looking for our little queen over here. Wow, this side's full of eggs too.
Is it?
Chuck full of eggs.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, I'd bring the camera up here. I don't know if you can see inside those cells, see how many eggs are in there.
Oh yeah, they're little tiny eggs in there.
Little tiny, almost look like a grain of rice almost. Big old drone over here. Lost him. Oh, there he is. Right here.
Oh yeah.
See how much more large his eyes are than the others. Where?
I think so.
Nope.
They got a round bottom.
Drone has. They have ginormous
Drones have
eyes.
their eyes take up pretty much their entire head.
Oh. These should be very prolific frames.
We've got eggs being put in where the bees are hatching out. And some young emerging bees. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
They made that mound over there.
Frank, let's see this.
Yeah, it's good.
That looks nice.
Packed. She's doing excellent work in here. Lots and lots of
That's a nice one.
bees. And where there's not bees, there's eggs. Where there's not eggs or cap brood, there's larvae. Her little paint marking rubbed off, so she's not as easy to spot.
I need to take them off.
It was coming off last time.
You could barely see it last time, so I could imagine by now it's probably gone. Unless that little bit dried up enough that it will stick
Truck
around.
just entered the gate.
Nice you came in here.
I swear it's a lot easier to see a queen when you're watching a video of somebody else's bee
Yeah,
than
I
it is
know.
to find it on your own frames.
Complaints, huh?
A lot of larvae in this one. There's a big drone over here.
You seem all calm.
Yeah, they're pretty calm right now. Try not to sweat on them. Don't want to spend too much time in here. But this is the last look. Ooh, wow. You see all that fresh wax in there, how much whiter it is. Packed
Love the
full
new
of
stuff.
syrup. Got some darker comb in there. But yeah, I wanted to get a good look today, but try not to be too fast because next week I am not getting in this one. After adding the box we're going to be adding today, I want to give them a couple weeks to establish. A lot of drones over here. They must know this is where they're going to get fed. Okay, so let's drop this back down. And the next step, we're going to pull our frame feeder out. You kind of see they built up some comb on the outside of there. A lot of those little bees trying to clean that up after I broke that open, getting that out. So let's set that right there for now. Okay. Those. Let's
Your
grab
lid flat, you can lay that box on there.
the frame over here. And what we're gonna do real quick is I'm just gonna take some of our beeswax here. I'm just gonna take it and kind of rub it across on here. And that's gonna help these bees feel better about drawing some comb on here. It's a lot harder than it looks when you see it in the videos.
To put it on there?
Yeah, kind of goopy, but it might be because it's warm.
We'll go clean it up.
I'll get this all set to go. These frames, or foundations I should say, they were covered in wax, but I feel like sitting in our shed where we store our stuff at, I feel like some of that has melted off. So I'm just taking this and rubbing this across here to try and promote them building up some of these frames. So we're gonna take that, set that in there, and move over. Yes. Here. Yeah, I will get it in just a second. I will get that in just a second. Okay. I'm gonna put those there. Let's grab our second box. Set this here. Let's just rub a little bit of this on here. I'm gonna take this off. This glove is doing nothing for me at this point. It's all ripped up. And I feel like I can probably get a little bit better grip on this wax.
It looks like it's melty.
It is kind of, I don't know if it's the moisture in my hands causing that,
Maybe it's because it's been sitting in the sun.
or it could be that too. We're just gonna rub a little bit on here. Doesn't even need to be a ton. Let's just get some on these frames to grab a little extra here. See how you see that wax getting deposited on there? So that's just gonna help these bees want to build this up. I probably should have checked all this before we started our video today. There's a good chance I'll cut out a lot of this part. Maybe show a couple frames getting coated.
Help.
Yeah, if you want to grab a frame or two and start rubbing some wax.
So I've got a question.
Yes.
What are those bases actually made out of?
These are plastic, and bees actually don't care for plastic too much, so that's why typically they're coated in wax when we get them. But like I said, I feel like they've been sitting in our storage shed long enough that some of that has melted off. So just a little quick application of a little bit more wax will help these guys want to build this out. And I'm not even going over it super heavy. I don't need it totally plastered in wax, but just enough for them to want to get comfortable in building some of this up. And a couple of these frames are going to go down into our bottom box. We do need to make room for our frame feeder in this upper box. That alone will get the bees coming up into that upper part to get some of that syrup that we're feeding them. See, that one's done. Just got one more. Hand that off real quick, let you guys get some of that. While they're getting the last of those frames put together, we're gonna take our feeder We're gonna put it in the same spot up here, just up in that upper box. Over, drop one of these. So I've got I know that some checkerboard, some just move a couple of the middle frames up. Some don't even move any frames up and just let them naturally find it. I'm just gonna go with a couple more. I'm gonna go with a couple frames moved up from the top. And then all these are going to move over. This frame will go in here. Oop. And there goes Brian rolling these, grabbing the wrong frame. So, and then I am actually going to put our blank one, our totally blank one, right in between some of these ones where they're getting their honey stored in, or their sugar syrup, whatever it might be. That's 10 frames, but I want to kind of space them out all the same. So we're just going to do that there. And we'll take this box here. And we're going to set that up here. Okay, now this is going to make our sugar syrup additions a little bit easier because it is a little higher up now, which is nice. Maybe a little less stress on my back while I'm hunched over.
Yeah, it is nice to have a higher, huh?
It is. Let's get those bees right out of there. Bring that back up while we get this one out. Brian's choosing to be brave today and talk about himself in the third person and continue the rest of this without putting on any new gloves. Oh, and I didn't close this off, so I've got some bees getting into there. Hey, look out, girls. Well, we're gonna have a few casualties. It's not our queen, so.
I did that.
Bee loss happens. It will happen that you will lose some bees. It's okay. There's thousands of bees in here. They'll be just fine. All right, so let's get our sugar syrup here.
I want to shake that one. It's been sitting for a while.
Let's get that well mixed. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but we add a couple additives to our sugar syrup that helps promote the bees' health as well as stimulates comb production so that they can build up their comb, be able to, I don't know if you guys heard that on the camera, but you can hear how empty that was. This thing was bone dry. But we'll change that here real quick. So I have been looking forward to this day for a long time with the way that I chose to paint up my hives. It definitely looks better the more that you add to it. So I can't wait to show you guys exactly what that's going to look like once the honey super gets added on too. But for now, let's take this funnel out and let's get ready to close these guys up. Now, we're still going to be using this notch in the inner cover as another entrance for our bees. A lot of times when these bees are going to go out and forage, they're not going to want to come into this bottom entrance and have to go all the way up here to store what they've brought in. So they'll be able to use this upper entrance up here. They'll be able to go right into this box where they're trying to fill up now. Now, there are areas down here where they're going to want to fill up again now that we've moved some things around. But this gives the bees trying to get into this box for storage an easier route rather than having to climb through all these bees down here. They can just go straight in and get to where they need to go. So, all right, that's it for this box. Let's go ahead and move over to the next one. So real quick, before we get into this hive, I was just looking at this entrance. Kate, if you'll bring the camera right down here, you're gonna see these bees down here kind of fanning. They're probably trying to cool their hive a little bit, get some airflow going. So they're out there beating their wings as fast as they can. I wish I would have done this before when we were at the other hive, but I kind of want to open up these entrance reducers, possibly. We'll see what's happening in here, but we might open those up a little bit. So let's give this a little smoke at the entrances here. Get in and see what we've got, so we can report back to the boss. She's got some stuff she needed to do at home today, so she's sent me to take care of things. Looks like we're definitely growing in bee population. That's good. Looks like we don't have any royalty hanging out up here. And it looks like Megan's bees were really thirsty too. We're definitely not quite to the point where we're going to be adding boxes on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this sugar syrup dealt with right now. Go ahead and use her hive tool here for her bees. Definitely a little bit more syrup than mine had. Mine was pretty dry. But it looks like this has at least a little bit in there. That. You can see how much more cautious I'm being now that I don't have my own gloves on. Because, you know, I haven't been stung yet. Let's try and keep it that way. I know it'll happen eventually, but let's not have it be today. What's that?
I said shake off my eyeliner.
Oh, that's all right. What happens when you wear shorts in the bee yard? You run the risk of bees going up your pants and looking for a nice place to build a nest.
Don't want to swarm me.
Yeah, that's a little uncomfortable. Let's grab some syrup over here. Get Megan's hive filled up with some food. Just remembered I probably want to shake this one up too. Just like always, I just kind of pour my syrup in through this one while keeping an eye on the other tube, seeing where our level is at. And that should do her. Out of here. Now these little girls have more food. Oh. Trying to keep track. All these try and keep all this sticky stuff from falling in the dirt. grab the frame rest here. Now, I feel like ever since we added these plastic, oops, sorry girl. Ever since we added these plastic frames in here, I feel like it's been more tight. I don't know why that is. But, and they look like they're the same dimensions, but for some reason it just feels like this is a lot tighter. Maybe it's just because it's an 8, wait no, this isn't an 8 frame box. What am I talking about? This is a 10 frame, just like the others. I just get really worried with how tight this is about rolling bees, because that makes them angry. Oh, hello. You can see I've kind of busted up some comb here. You know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm gonna set this down. We kind of busted open a little honey here.
You can taste it.
We're gonna rest that down there. Oh my goodness, that's delicious. Share a little snack with the bees while I've got that busted open. Wow, that's good. That's got me really looking forward to honey harvest season. So it looks like while I'm in here, we've got a lot of bird comb built on the side of this box, so we'll probably try and scrape off some of that. Maybe keep them from building so close to the edge there. Yeah, these frames were pretty well fully built when they got added in. So they're really solid on there. And then thinking that they need to seal it right to the side of the box. A lot of these appear to still be, oh no, we've got eggs in there. Some larvae, lots of eggs. Beautiful. Down in there just above the honey. You can see all those
yeah,
little
there are a lot of eggs
down there. So it looks like Meg's queen's doing really well too. I can't remember last time we were out here what Meg was calling her queen. Our first box, that's Queen Elizabeth. She's been doing great. Oh, a lot of eggs on this side too.
Oh yeah.
A lot of eggs.
That's nice.
Beautiful. This is gonna be a nice full frame of bees here soon.
I wish you could see that black pollen.
See what?
The black pollen that they were
Oh,
hauling
yeah.
in.
The other day my mom was out here looking at the bees and she saw them hauling in some black pollen. We didn't realize pollen could be black until we saw that. And then I looked at the little pollen chart.
It's like larvae in
A
there.
lot of little larvae in there. So we looked at the pollen chart and it's oriental poppies that put out black pollen. So they found some
Which I found in the
poppies
lot.
somewhere.
Nice looking one.
Eggs, larvae. Oh, look at that.
Pretty.
It is really nice to see. I don't know if you guys remember our
There's
videos
a bee
earlier,
coming out.
how bad this hive was looking. And we are really starting to turn this around, which makes me very happy. There is definitely a little young bee getting ready to emerge right here and right here.
Looks like there's a few, like those might be coming out there.
Yeah, we might have a few of them getting
They
ready
look
to
dark.
emerge down there. That's awesome.
Yeah, she had a lot oriented in the day.
Oh, that's heavy.
That's
A lot of honey on the side there. Nice and tight. It looks like they're starting to backfill a little bit into the brood nest.
Yep.
But they've got plenty of space. So that kind of worries me a little bit that they're backfilling into the brood area.
Does that mean putting sugar water in
Yeah,
there?
you can see that they've got the syrup
Yeah,
in
I
those empty
wondered that.
cells. But they've got plenty of space to be building comb in here.
Is that a sign that they don't? Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of blank comb.
A bunch of different colors of pollen in there. Bunch of food. And then there's like nothing on there. I'm gonna take this here. Scoot this over. And I'm gonna throw this frame right here. So what I did, I took this blank frame right here that's got pretty much nothing on it, and I just set it. Oh, got an injury. So I just took that blank frame and set it right here. So hopefully that will encourage the bees to start drying out this frame between this food frame and this brood frame right here. Might even, no, I don't want too much of that. Let's, this one here.
Is there anything on the other side? More rows and stuff
On this. They've got a little bit of wax on there. We'll see how it goes for a week just by doing this, and if they're still not drawn out, then we'll rub some wax on there. So we're trying not to break up our brood frames too far. You don't want too much distance between them, but as long as they've got plenty of bees covering that brood, we should be okay. Oh, I did want to scrape this before I put these back in. I got my glasses dangling down here, about to fall off my face. Kind of clearing as they've started leaving some of these areas. I don't scrape a bee, get her pinched in here. And just get this excess wax off of here. Hopefully keep them from building on there too much. Definitely try and save our beeswax here. Just for such reasons as what we were doing in the other hive, applying a little bit of wax to some frames, or even once we get to the point where we've got a lot of excess wax, we can start using some of that beeswax to make different products and things, lip balms, soaps, different things like that. So. But right now we're primarily using it to kind of stimulate some comb growth on some of these frames that aren't quite getting built out as much. Okay, this is the one that always makes me so nervous because they're so tight in here. So let's try really careful here. So as to not roll any bees. So, let's go ahead and forward here. Cover back on. Some of this stuff here and get our weight back on there so the wind doesn't blow it off. So, all right, well, that's gonna do it for today. I'm pretty happy right now. This box is looking really good compared to what we had. When we didn't have that queen in there, that hive was going down fast. and being able to get some more bees in there, get a good queen in there. It's kind of nice knowing that we hatched our own queen out too. The bees were able to create their own queen. I'm glad we were able to do that. So this one, maybe in a couple weeks, maybe adding the second box onto there. I'm really happy we finally got our second box on our original hive, but thanks again for watching Lord's Bees. Hopefully you guys are still finding this as fascinating as I do. I'm trying to come up with different reasons to make videos because it's kind of getting to be the same thing over and over here. We did have a box edition that we were able to film today, but I'm trying to make it so it's not too monotonous. So if you guys have any ideas of videos you'd like to see, definitely post in the comments below anything that you guys might like to see us cover. We're hoping to get our question and answer videos going here soon, so if you guys have any questions about beekeeping, definitely post them in the comments below. If we don't know the answer, we'll find somebody that does and get you the answer. But it's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I have. Make sure you hit the bottom, or the button in the bottom corner to subscribe. Hit the little bell to get alerts for when new videos come up. And then make sure you like our video, because the more likes we get on the video, the more it pushes out to other people. So thanks again for watching Lord's Bees, and we'll see you guys next time.